Sometimes we feel stuck, like life isn't flowing the way that we want it to, and during those times it's important that we practice our yoga and in the process hopefully gain a new perspective. I'm Anita Goa, and today I'm going to take you through a Goa flow for exactly that, to gain a new perspective and to get into a frame of mind realizing that life has immense possibilities and you are full of potential. Yes, you are. So let's get onto the mat. Let's flow and breathe and connect and see what happens. I'll see you there. Let's start on the floor cross-legged, and feel free to sit on a block or sit on a blanket to elevate your hips and find extension in your spine. So for this practice, you're going to take your thumbs and your index finger together and rest your hands on your thighs. Your palms can face up for a mudra that means higher consciousness. So if you're seeking higher consciousness, keep your palms facing up. If you turn your palms to face down, this is a mudra that represents inner knowledge. So if you're seeking some inner knowledge, you can turn your palms to face down. So whatever it is that you feel that you need today, turn your palms up or turn your palms down. And tomorrow it might be different. So be flexible enough to give yourself exactly what it is that you need in this moment. And just close your eyes and close your mouth. As you keep your eyes closed, try to soften your eyeballs. And as you keep your mouth closed, try to soften your lips. And see if you maybe can even have a little Mona Lisa smile on your face as you practice. Notice if that might shift something within your practice. Maybe that will give you just a different perspective on how it is that you practice. Oftentimes when we practice, we get so focused, and it's all with good intention, but sometimes that can lead to tension in our face, in our neck, in our jaw, in our shoulders. So just shifting to having that little Mona Lisa smile on our face, I've noticed it's softened everything. And it looks so much nicer. So if you ever have to film yourself practicing your yoga, it will look like you're enjoying yourself and not scaring yourself. Now work your palms together in front of your heart. Draw your chin into your chest. Bow down into the highest within you. If you're seeking a new perspective, feel free to integrate whatever it is that you are seeking. But just integrate it with a big question mark and not being attached to what the answer might be. We'll just be breathing and moving and putting ourselves in a position where we can breathe, opening ourselves up to our potential, to possibilities, so we can allow whatever needs to come in to come in. And it will come in whenever it's ready. So see if you can avoid being attached to any outcome. And lift your chin and open your eyes. Good, very good. So see that your right leg is in front of your left leg. We're going to inhale the arms up. And then we're going to exhale, gently twist it to the right. So work your left hand to the right knee or the outside of the thigh. Right fingertips behind you, and a little twist from the bottom of your ribs here. And then inhale the right arm up. And then place your right hand to the left side of your head. And then exhale, start to bend it to the left. Anchor down into your right hip bone and feel that your heart is spiraling up towards the sky. Feeling a pretty deep stretch probably into the right side of your spine and waist, maybe into your tricep. Keep breathing. And then inhale, lift. And exhale, release the right arm down behind you. Inhale, face forward and cross the right elbow on top of the left. Lift your elbows and drop your shoulders down. All right, just hold it here, full inhale and complete exhale. Feeling now that your shoulder blades have separated and your shoulder blades wrap a little bit into your armpits. And keeping the shoulders down into the sockets is basically the same position that your shoulders will be in when you practice a headstand, which we will do during this practice, but it's not necessary. If you can't do it, don't force yourself to go into it. Or if you have other reasons for not doing headstand, don't worry, I'll give you other options. And then inhale, release the arms, reach them up. And exhale, bring the arms down and behind your back, right index finger on top of the left. Stretch the arms away as you lift your chest, roll your shoulders open. And just naturally, because the chest stays open, the head goes back, there is no strain in your neck or in your jaw, and you're still able to breathe. Good. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, draw your thumbs to your eyebrow center and to your heart. Good. Then round your spine and lean back. Extend the legs out for a boat pose. Balance between your sitting bones and your tailbone. Bend your legs. You're going to lower down to low boat pose and then pull yourself back up. Inhale down, exhale up. Feel free to place your hands behind for support. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale and exhale. So connecting into our core, connecting into our legs, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Good. One more time. Beautiful. And then cross the legs, left foot in front of the right. Sit up tall, inhale the arms up. And then exhale, twist it to the left. Right hand goes to the outside of the thigh or onto the knee. Left hand behind you. Inhale the left arm up. Then support the head with your left hand. And then exhale, start to bend it over to the right. Feel on this side too that your heart is spiraling up to the sky. The sky's the limit. Good. And then gradually lift. Lower the left hand down. Face forward and cross the left elbow on top of the right. Lift your elbows a bit. Drop the shoulders down. Keep your head centered. And notice how it feels on your shoulders on this side. Feeling the shoulders down in the sockets. Shoulder blades are separating a bit and wrapping a little bit into the armpits. Good. Release the arms, inhale them up. And then exhale, bring the arms down and behind your back. Interlace the left index finger on top of the right. Lift the chest, pin the shoulder blades together, stretch the arms away. Maybe your hands will rest behind you on the floor, maybe they won't. If your hips are elevated, that's going to be hard to touch the ground, unless you have extra long arms. But just feel that the front body is open, and that this is a place where you can breathe, feel open. Life is full of potential. Good. Inhale the arms up. And then exhale, draw your thumbs to your eyebrow center, to that inner knowledge, and then to your heart, connecting them together. And release. Round it in again. And come back into that boat pose. This time we're going to lower our back around the palms to the floor and gradually move towards a shoulder stand and slowly lower down vertebrae by vertebrae. When your lower back is almost at the ground, lift your head up and lower the legs to the ground as far as you can. And then gradually pull in, lift it up. And slowly roll it down vertebrae by vertebrae. Good. Do this 3 more times. So try to inhale it up. Just go as high up as you can. And exhale. Roll it down. So engaging the legs, engaging the abs. Try to take the pressure out of your neck
And this will come in very handy during that headstand. One more time. So everything that we're doing now is preparing you for that headstand. Good, and hold it. Then pull it in and lift it up. Yay! Cross your ankles and roll over and come to your hands and your knees. Exhale, rounded to cat stretch. Inhale, arch it to cow. Exhale, rounded to cat. Draw the right knee into the nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Curl the left toes under, press with the palms, draw up, keep that right leg very active as you reach to three-legged down dog. Exhale, draw the nose to the knee. Inhale, back, three-legged up. Exhale, nose to the knee. Inhale, back. One more time, exhale, round. Inhale, back. Exhale, round, and softly step the right foot forward. Bend the back knee and inhale, come up to a crescent lunge. Straighten out both of your legs. Press back into the left heel. Drop the shoulders down. Feel like you're drawing everything into the center line, lifting, opening up and expanding. Exhale, bend the knee and open to a warrior two. Soft gaze over the right fingertips. Lift your toes off the floor. Root down into your feet. Root down into your legs. Root into your core. Inhale, reverse warrior two. Go up and back just a little. And then exhale, cartwheel. Softly step it back into a plank pose. Lower to chaturanga, either straight or on the knees. Just lower halfway down. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale it to downward facing dog. Feel free to keep the heels off the ground, or feel free to draw the heels towards the ground. They don't have to touch. Lift the heels, lower the knees into the floor. Exhale, round it into cat again. Inhale, arch it to cow. Exhale, round to cat. Draw the left knee into the nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Curl the right toes under, press with the palms, draw up through the abs, three-legged down dog. Inhale. Exhale, draw the nose to the knee. Inhale, back. Exhale, round. Inhale, back. Exhale, round. Inhale, back. Exhale, round. Step the left foot forward. Bend the back knee. Inhale, come up, straighten out both of your legs. Crescent lunge, press back into the right heel. Feel both sides of your waist elongating, shoulders drop down. Full extension, drawing into yourself, expanding out of yourself. Got that Mona Lisa smile on your face? Bend the front knee and exhale, open to a warrior two. Lift your toes up off the floor. Feel yourself rooting down into your feet, into your legs. Engage your core, drop the shoulders, soften your face. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, reverse warrior two, go up and back. And then exhale, cartwheel, smoothly step it back to plank. Go straight or on your knees, chaturanga. Just lower halfway down where the elbows and shoulders are in the same plane. Inhale to upward dog or baby cobra if that's better. And exhale it to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Exhale it out. Breathe in. Exhale it out. Bend the knees and walk your hands back to the feet. Inhale, halfway pose. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, rise. Sweep the arms to the side and up. And exhale, namaste. Inhale, rise. Sweep the arms to the side and up. Exhale, softly fold over your thighs. Inhale, halfway pose. And exhale, walk it forward to plank and lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg to three-legged dog. Exhale, draw the knee to the navel, step it forward. Inhale it up to a crescent lunge. Then exhale, bring the right elbow on top of the left. Inhale, lift the elbows, drop the shoulders down. And then exhale, hinge it forward. Do that again. Inhale, come up. Oops. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale it up. Exhale, open to a warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior two. Exhale it into triangle pose. Slide the right arm down, reach the left arm up. Breathe in as you gaze up to the side or down. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, lift. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale fully here. Exhale to extended side angle. Forearm can be on the thigh, left arm over the ear, or fingertips can go on the floor. If you have a yoga block, place your palm on the yoga block. Full breath in. Full breath out. Full breath in. Full breath out. Lower the left palm to the floor. Pivot the left heel off and twist it open to the right. Try to lift out of that left shoulder. Wrap the left shoulder blade into the armpit. Gentle twist. See that the right knee lines over the ankle and the second toe, and you're twisting from the bottom of your ribs. Lower the right hand to the floor. Step it back to plank pose and hold it. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Lower into a forearm plank. So lower the right hand down and the left hand down. So you come onto your forearms. Wrap the shoulder blades into your armpits a bit here. And then lift your hips. As you start to lift the hips up, you drop your head down. Keep wrapping the shoulder blades in. And then heels off the floor, send your sitting bones to the ceiling and just drop your head. Feel that you're drawing your heart towards your thighs. Really opening up the shoulders, opening up the chest. Full breath in. Full breath out. Just let your head hang. Turning ourselves upside down, getting a little new perspective. Breathe with it. Breathe with it. Good. Then gradually walk your feet back a little bit. Keep the head dropped. Send your sitting bones to the ceiling. Draw up through the abs. And exhale, try to straighten out the arms to downward facing dog. Yeah, lots of tricep work there. Then inhale, lift your left leg to three-legged dog. Exhale, draw the knee to the navel. Step it forward. Inhale it up to a crescent lunge. And then exhale, cross the left elbow on top of the right. Inhale, lengthen, lift. And then exhale, slowly lower. Hinge it forward. Do that again. Inhale it up. And exhale, descend it forward. So here it's very important that you pull in. It's like you're walking on a tightrope. Inhale, gotta soften and relax. And exhale. Inhale it back up. And exhale, open to warrior two. Yeah, lift those toes. Inhale, reverse warrior two. And then exhale to triangle pose. Slide that left arm down, reach the right arm up. Gaze up, gaze to the side or down. Full breath in. Full breath out. Good, inhale, lift. Exhale to warrior two. Full inhale here. And exhale, extended side angle, forearm to the thigh. Reach the right arm over the right ear or lower the fingertips to the floor. Feel the navel and the heart rotating up towards the sky. Breathe with it. Lower the right palm to the floor, pivot the right heel off, and gently twist it open to the left. Lift out of that right shoulder, wrap that right shoulder blade into the armpit. Twist it from the bottom of the ribs. Keep the left knee lined over the ankle. Lower the left hand to the floor, step it back to plank pose. Hold it here in the plank pose. Find that full extension. Your abs are working, your legs are working, your arms are working, your neck and your face soft. Lower the left forearm to the floor and then the right forearm to the floor. Hold it here. Then lift your hips. As you keep lifting your hips, drop the head, wrap the shoulder blades into the armpits. Keep the heels off as you send the sitting bones to the ceiling, and then draw your heart towards the thighs, and then maybe draw the heels towards the floor. That's fine. This is actually called dolphin pose, so feel free to practice this. Strengthening your shoulders, your arms, turns you upside down, gives you flexibility into your shoulders as well. It's a great preparation for headstand and obviously forearm stand as well. Good, then walk the feet back a little bit. Keep the head drop, press with the palm, squeeze with the tricep. Exhale, straighten the arms out. Good. Bend the knees, walk the hands back to the feet. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, rise, sweep the arms to the side and up. And exhale, thumbs to the eyebrow center, to the heart, and release. Oh yeah, so good. So just shake it loose a little bit. Work your feet together. And then inhale to fierce pose. Sit back into the heels. Drop the shoulders down. Draw the hands to the heart and twist it to the right. See that your knees stay leveled. Look down at them. Roll the shoulders open and feel that twist into the spine. And then inhale, lift up and lengthen. And then exhale, bend the knees and twist it to the left. Press the arm against the thigh, roll the shoulders open. Full breath in, full breath out. Good, inhale, lift up and lengthen. And then exhale, fold it forward over the thighs. Inhale, halfway. Walk yourself forward into a plank pose again. Just separate the feet to hip distance apart and exhale it to chaturanga, straighter on the knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg to three-legged dog. Exhale, draw the knee to the navel, step forward. Pivot the left heel in. Inhale it up to a warrior one. And then exhale here, bring the arms down and behind your back. Left index finger on top of the right. Inhale, lift your chest. And then exhale, hinge it forward, humble warrior. Drop the head down. Keeping the shoulder blades squeezed together. Right knee over the ankle. Try to lift your toes off the floor. See if you can draw in through the lower abs and soften the right outer upper hip. Inhale it back up to warrior one. Do that 2 more times. Exhale, hinge it forward. Inhale, back up. Exhale, hinge it forward. Good, inhale it up. And then exhale, lower the hands to the floor. Step it back into a plank. Lower the forearms to the floor again. Draw your hips up. And now either you can hang out here in your dolphin pose, or you can look forward, interlace your fingers, place the crown of your head to the floor, cup your hands around your head, walk the feet in, and then either lift straight up into your headstand or with bent legs. Whatever you can do. Just keep breathing. Keep breathing. Stay out of your shoulders. Let your forearms support you. Your abs and your legs are supporting you as well. And if you don't feel comfortable doing this, don't do it. Just hang out in the dolphin pose and strengthen your foundation. You're still upside down and reaping the benefits. Good, and slowly start to come out of it, either with straight legs or bend. Back to the dolphin. And exhale, straighten the arms out. Ah, beautiful. Breathe in with it. Exhale completely. Breathe in fully. Exhale completely. Inhale, lift your left leg to three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to navel, step forward. Pivot that right heel in and inhale it up to a warrior one. Ah, you might have to stand here a little bit to adjust, make sure that you don't feel dizzy. And then bring the arms down and behind your back, right index finger on top. Lift your chest, roll your shoulders open. And then exhale, humble warrior. Ah, just let go of any limiting beliefs. Shake out anything inside of there that you don't need. Let your head drop. Pin the shoulder blades together. Stretch the arms away. Root into that back foot. Soften the left outer upper hip. And then inhale it up. And exhale, hinge it forward. Inhale it up. Exhale it forward. Inhale it up. Good. And then exhale, slowly lower into a plank pose again. Yeah, hold it there. Or lower back down into forearm plank. Go back up into the dolphin. Hang out there. This is the last one. You can do it. Or if you feel that it's too much, then lower the knees into the floor and give yourself child's pose. But if you want to try another headstand, go for another one. See, that's the thing sometimes when we're turning ourselves upside down. Can be a little uncomfortable. Might be a little weird at first. And then gradually start to come down. Dolphin, parallel the arms, and exhale, straighten the legs out. Lower the knees into the floor. Rest into a child's pose. Rest the arms at the side of your body. Breathe in fully. Exhale it out completely. Inhale fully. Exhale it out completely. And then withdraw, roll yourself up. Good, vertebrae by vertebrae. And just shrug your shoulders around a little bit. So if you went up into that shoulder stand twice, you might have felt it a little bit in the tops of your shoulders. So that area will strengthen over time. So you can work the right arm behind your back. Take a hold of the elbow. All right, keep your chest lifted and just very gently bend, draw the left ear towards the left shoulder. Hold it there just so that we stretch out and we release any tension that built up from that sequence. Good, and then gradually just lift your head up. And then hold on to the left elbow. Bring it to the back. And then bend to the right. Good, just gently, just as far to the side as you feel that you can go. Don't crank your neck into any position. Just bend it to the side for a little release. Good, and then slowly lift your head up. Wonderful. Interlace your right index finger on top of the left again, and then reach the arms up. Draw into the front ribs, drop the shoulders down, and just feel a little counter stretch there into the wrists. And then release and do left index finger on top of the right. Turn the palms up and hold it. And isn't it funny, right? We're so used to being in this position that we don't even think about it. And then when we turn ourselves upside down, we have to use other muscles in order to support us. And that's the huge practice, is finding those muscles and just practicing breathing in that position. And then eventually that just gets and becomes as normal as being in our everyday upright position. And then gradually release. It's fantastic in yoga how we learn to breathe in all different kinds of positions and changing directions and all. So downward facing dog again. Shake it loose. And then inhale, lift your right leg to three-legged dog. Exhale, draw the knee to the navel, really round the spine, and send your leg into a pigeon pose. Draw the right knee so it's an extension of your right hip. Point the left foot. Press into the shin and the top of the foot, and then come up. Lift your chest, inhale, and then exhale, descend it forward. Rest your forehead onto your hands or your arms. Just let your shoulders completely soften and relax. Let your upper body become really heavy against the right thigh and the floor. And then try to soften the right outer upper buttocks, right in the center of the buttocks. And then press the floor away from you and come up. Sit down onto the right sitting bone, and you're going to turn and face the back. Level off your sitting bones, and now the back is your new front. The right sole of the foot is in the left inner thigh. Sit up tall and gently twist it to the left, and then bend it over the left leg. Right hand can go to the outside of the left foot, and left hand can go to the inside of the foot. So the left wrist is on top of the right wrist. And then exhale, soften over the left leg. And deep stretch into the left calf and hamstring, as well as into the right upper hip, right side of your spine. Good, then gradually come up, and then rewinding, rotating, grounding the palms to the floor. Turn the foot and then press with the palms and gradually come up, three-legged down dog. Open up your hips, so you stack your hips on top of each other, but keep your shoulders leveled, and press the left heel into the floor. So you begin lift your left toes up off the floor. And then feel free to hang out there or flip the dog. Keep the feet parallel. Lift your hips and drop your head back. Good. And then gradually rewind to downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, lift your left leg to three-legged. Exhale, draw the knee to the navel, round and softly slide your left knee to your left thumb, point the right foot, come up, inhale, and exhale, descend it forward. Rest your forehead on your hands. If you feel that it's better to rest your forehead on the floor or on a block, feel free to do so. Just allow the arms to become heavy, head to become heavy, upper body to become heavy. Your breath is deep and steady and even. And then press the floor away from you, come up, move the hands back, sit down onto the left sitting bone, and then turn to face the back. Good. Keep the right leg extended. So now the back, your shoulders and your hips are facing forward. Left leg is bent. Sit up tall and gently twist it to the right. And from that twist, you're going to exhale and hinge it forward. Left hand to the outside of the foot, right hand to the inside, right wrist on top, and exhale, descend it forward. So the great thing is when we move in different directions on our yoga mat, it changes our perception. We don't get so stuck in just having to be facing forward or moving in a very linear way. But changing directions can have a huge impact as well. Good, and gradually start to come up. And now we're going to turn around. Press the floor away from you, back to three-legged down dog. Be very mindful in that transition. Keep the left leg straight or bent. Stack the hips on top of each other. Keep the shoulders leveled and press the right heel into the floor. Good. Hang out here. Or flip the dog into the wild thing. Lift the hips, drop the head. Good. Gradually rewind into downward facing dog. Feels good. Feels so good. Lower the knees into the floor for hero pose. So keep the knees together. Feel free to sit on your heels. You can sit on a block, a blanket, or lower your seat all the way down to the ground. And try to find your posture here. Find that mudra that you started off with in the beginning. Palms facing up or palms facing down. Keep the chest lifted, shoulders roll back, head over the shoulders, shoulders over the pelvis. Soften your eyes and notice if your eyeballs are a little softer. Soften your lips and notice if you have that Mona Lisa smile on your face. Reflect back and notice if it made a difference. Just notice how you feel now compared to in the beginning when you started. Notice whether there has been a shift. Maybe more of an openness, a feeling of there being possibilities. Good, and then open your eyes. Cup your hands and place your fingertips onto the floor and then press into the arms and the hands and gradually lift yourself up out of the hero pose and come into downward facing dog. It might initially feel like that shut off your circulation, so that's why very gradually start to come out of it. Good, and then step the right and the left foot forward. And roll down onto the floor for shavasana. So as you come down onto the floor, separate your feet, flip your feet open to the side, keep the legs a bit apart, keep the arms at the side of your body. Adjust so that your upper back is resting on the floor. Lower back and middle back feels comfortable. Buttocks feels relaxed and soft. Feel free to place a pillow behind your head if you want to. Feel free to place a blanket over your body if you want to. And just continue to soften your eyes and soften your mouth. Allow your breath to be natural, so no effort in your breathing now. And just allowing the practice to come together in the way that it wants to or has to or maybe even needs to. Just feeling that contact with the floor, feel the support of the floor, of the earth, and just allow yourself to be supported. So just continue to try to be here now. As your breath is natural, no effort in it, your mind is still following its inhales and exhales. Just allow the belly to expand now as you inhale. And then allow your belly to go back to normal as you exhale. Feel free to stay much longer if you want to do that. Otherwise, wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers. Deepen your breath. Maybe stretch the arms over the head as you draw the legs a little closer together. And then draw your non-dominant leg in first, the leg that you would naturally draw in first, and then your dominant leg in second. Give yourselves a good hug. Lift your head and maybe kiss your knees. Mwah, thank you. Mwah. And if you can't kiss them, send them air kisses. Roll over to your right side and push yourself up to a seated position. Try to continue to keep your eyes closed. Return back to your meditation position. Work your palms together in front of your heart. Draw your chin into your chest. Remind yourself of your intention. Bow down into the highest within you. You did great. Tap yourself on the back. Thank yourself for getting yourself onto the mat, for creating space, for connecting to yourself and allowing yourself to open up to your fullest potential. Namaste. Beautiful. I hope that felt good. Whether you got a new perspective immediately or not, doesn't really matter. As long as you feel that you're a little bit more grounded, maybe centered, opened and expanded, that whatever might have felt like was weighing you down before now feels like it's lifted, and the prana, the life force, is flowing, and then who knows what might come in. I'm sure amazing things. So let me know in the comments below how this felt on your body, and give it a thumbs up if you liked it. And if you like my content and you'd love to subscribe, it is all free. You can click on that little watermark there in the right hand corner, and you'll be notified when I post new videos. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye. Mwah.